Hello, another video about color theory. I said before this would have been a series. I'm fascinated by color theory. I studied it a bit, especially in the color system that is related to light. But there's also the color system that is based on yellow, blue, and red. It's the color system that is used in art. So if you are a painter or an artist that plays with materials, mixes colors, then the color system red, yellow, and blue is the color system to consider, and it's also the color system that is used in makeup. Now, color theory is a fascinating theory, and therefore, although these videos are not seen by anybody, but still, I like the topic, so I practically don't care. And I do care about my friends, and Mariam made a comment below my previous video in this series. I talked about how to make your sclera look wider in this video, and in that video Mariam was a YouTuber as well, so I will link her channel in my description box. She commented that she was curious to know my take on how bronzers, for example, turn orange on me and other type of nude colors look bruised on her, this type of things, and that involves color theory. There's also a part that is related to textures and oxidations, because color can evolve, also reaction with your pH. But the main reason why colors turn on us is related to color theory, and I'm here to demo it, and let's see if it goes well, because I didn't try anything, so it will be everything live, let's say. Let's experiment. Now, and let's play with colors. This is my game. This is a color palette, and with the basic colors, red, yellow, and blue pigment, and I have a white. This is all I need to create every color in the world, because the color system is based on the three basic pigments. And then I need, if I want something that is closer to my skin, or makeup that is wearable for me, that is not too dark, then I need some white to, get the right tint. These are pigments made by Salt New York. I imported from US. These three are foundations. This is the contour shade, because I love my taupes and I want a pre-made shade. And this is N12, is my most used shade, is my shade. So these are foundations. These are kind of cream foundations that are not comedogenic, because there's no coconut oil in this formulation. That's why I choose Salt New York as my main, brand for those of type of cream products. And I have two blushes, almost new. I think I just washed them on my Vinted. So if you're interested, this is a very difficult brand to get in Europe. If you're interested in almost new blushes that I've just watched, they are 50% off on my Vinted account. So you can refer to my Vinted. I will create my own blushes by playing with these basic colors. I think it's fun. So this is a palette that you will see in other videos dedicated to this series, because it's the basic, playground for me when it comes to color theory. Back to the content. To answer Mariam, I would say some basic things like our skin tone is made of the combo of these colors. So we all have a combo of these three shades. We have a little blue on our skin, a little yellow, and for sure we have red. Everybody has red because we have blood in our body. The combo of red and then yellow, and then let's put more yellow, and then blue, all these three basic pigments mixed together provide a brown. So if I try to mix them, I get something that is a brown. And then the art is to have a good eye and recognize the prevalent undertone in this brown. So the art, let's say, of makeup artists, of true makeup artists, is to recognize the undertones in these browns. So you have all the shades in these in the browns, but a trained eye can recognize the prevalent shade, the prevalent pigment when it is mixed. A true experienced makeup artist has already a trained eye. When you recognize the main hue in a brown, that means you can recognize the undertone of that brown. And so recognize the undertones of your skin. It's practically at basis of the answer to Mariam. Now, okay, this is a mixture that is quite balanced. So what's the answer to that question? The answer is when something mixed in your skin looks orange. So this is another mix of blue, yellow, and red, but this is definitely more orange on my skin. And the reason is that it has less blue than this combo here, this brown here. So when something looks orange on me is usually because I have less yellow on my skin. So I'm cooler than that shade. To contrast the orange, the opposite of the orange, let's use the wheel, the color wheel, is blue. If I want to align the arrow or complementary colors, the orange, what looks orange here on my skin, is complemented by blue. So in order to counteract this orange, I should have added blue, but I added blue and yellow and I got a greenish hue. And then I added more red and I got something more like my skin, but still the red is too much. So this is more like nude red on me. I don't want to mess up again with these colors, so I will add a tad of blue, but just a tad here, to see if I can neutralize this part at least. With blue is tricky because it's quite dominant of a color. You really need a tiny amount. And you can see here that this is, if this is orange bronze, this becomes more grayish, because the blue has darkened up a bit, but it also neutralized it. So this is more of a contour for me. It's a contour shade. You see, this is a perfect tone of more of a contour, and this is orange bronze. So adding a bit of blue, just a tiny bit, has neutralized for sure this yellow part. So yeah, if a bronzer looks orange, is because I have less yellow on my skin and it looks orange on me, because that yellow bounces off. And therefore, to make it more neutral, more balanced on my skin, I would need more blue in that color. So I would need a cooler version of it. My skin is also not olive. If I had a lot of blue on a yellow base shade, I get a very muddy olive tone. While in olive skin, you would need more blue on a yellow base shade to get something that is more like your skin, that is flattering on your skin. So I'm quite balanced, but I have more red in my skin tone rather than yellow. And therefore is the art of mixing the pigments to get the right shade. This to me would be a great shade of bronzer instead of the orange one. And I achieved this by adding a bit of blue. And finally, since I have a lot of red on my skin, I wanted to start with the red and adding a bit of yellow and blue to see if I can match my skin tone. And yeah, I will need quite a lot of white because these pigments are dark. And I put a lot of red here. But let's see if I can get something similar to my skin tone here. So right now, I'm mixing blue, red, and white. And of course, I will get something that is more purple because I didn't put any yellow in this mixture here. So this is still darker than my skin, so I need to put more white and a touch of yellow. And this is a great way to identify your skin. because I know that I didn't put any yellow in this mixture, and now I will have the pink. I think I will need more white. Try to understand the basic color on your skin. So I'm neutral leaning cool because I have more red, and when it comes to mixture of color, cool and warm are more subjective things, while the degree of red and yellow are scientific. So it's not needed that you have to say cool and warm, but it's just, practice. Okay, you see, I added a bit of yellow, and now I'm matching more my skin. So before it was too pink, and now it's too yellow. But I'm almost there. I need more white. So by doing this study, let me put it just this way. Okay. Now I'm almost there. I cannot see a difference. I matched my skin. So with this experiment, I know that I have a lot of red because I started with the red. I put a lot of red, a lot of white, and a hint of yellow, and also a point of blue. So I'm more red, less yellow, and just a tad of blue. So I'm neutral, but leaning red, let's say. And this is my skin tone. If you have more yellow than the mixture, then the blue bounces off. And if the mixture the brown that you're swatching has more red than your skin and more blue, then those bounce off. They look purple and bruised on your skin. It all comes to the balance of the pigment that you are putting in your skin, and also if you are spreading the color, you are kind of mixing with your skin. So there's my take. I should go for bronzers with a tad of more blue in them. I hope that was fun. It was fun for me for sure. Now I have to get rid of it. I will use a good oil cleanser. Yeah, it's always fun to play with them. The reality is I find it very unpractical to start with basic colors. It takes some time to get the shades that you want. I have to say, this Salt New York textures are very skin-like. And therefore you practically don't need anything else. You have all the colors in a quad. The disadvantage is that you need to mixture a lot, and you don't get always the same percentages if you do something empirically like I'm doing. So having something pre-made is always the fastest choice. But it's fun to play with pure pigments and to see what comes out. Maybe in the future, I will try to match a color, maybe a trendy color, match it with my pigments.